Welcome everybody to episode 286 of the effing title. I'm Big Husky, Rob's yelling at me, and Fedge is here. Hi guys.
Hi guys, I'm here today.
Good luck finding your dad.
This is the final.
Hope to find your dad.
This is the final.
Countdown.
NFL podcast for the season. Rob, what'd you think of the Pro Bowl? Because I know you watched it intimately.
I didn't watch
Okay,
it.
my name's not Rob, but that was really high scoring flag football game. That's all I gotta say on it. It was like 70 to 60.
When did they play flag football?
They played it on Sunday. They did this.
Sunday.
They did all the events on like Thursday, and then they played the flag football game on Sunday.
Yeah. Was
Dodgeball was just awesome. It just shows me how much these athletes aren't actually athletes. Some of the throws by these people were wild. I'm like, what is this? I'm serious. Like, it was bad. It was bad. Did you guys watch any of it or no?
I've seen some bits and pieces, but like the bits and pieces I saw was like the quarterback throwing thing, the punt thing, and what was the other one? The spike. Those are the three that I've seen so far.
Yeah, so I watched it because my son, I have young kids, so they wanted to see it, and I don't know, like, they must have been watching something because he actually knew about it. He goes, they're going to have dodgeball, they're going to do this, that. I'm like, how do you know this? Like,
He's secretly been watching the podcast every week.
Maybe he has been. Hopefully not. Yes, obviously something better to do in his life.
He's secretly been doing all my picks and making buttloads of money.
But, I don't know. It's weird, but it was kind of, I don't know. It was interesting. The best one was on the tug of war. I didn't end up seeing the spiking, but the tug of war actually was pretty decent.
Sounds like you wasted a lot of time in your life.
Me? I always do, dude. What do you mean?
Sounds miserable.
The spiking was between Dexter Lawrence and who was?
How would we have a D lineman do it?
Oh, it's both of them with D lineman. They both with D lineman.
Sorry,
stupid.
The what?
The spiking, like they had a little pad, and you spike the ball on it, and it tells you how the power behind it.
Like the carnival game?
Basically, yes, Rob. Basically,
essentially, yes, the carnival game. Grateful.
That's what the biggest business in the world is now resorting to, carnival games with our best athletes in the world. Love it. What are we gonna do next? Try and throw a little circular ring inside of a fucking cup?
I mean, technically, they did that with the punting thing. They had to punt the ball into little holes that were away from us, but it wasn't punters that were doing it.
As long as they get fish afterwards, I'm down with it.
You just say they had to punt the ball into a hole?
Yeah.
Yeah. Coffin corner, man.
You know the one way, like, you get the different, like, baskets out and then you throw the football into it. Imagine doing that but punting now. Fascinating. Fascinating. Yeah.
Well, I mean, that one sounds kind of cool because no one shows love for punters.
Well, also Marlon Humphrey was one of the ones doing it, so.
What?
Well, now
we're playing out of position.
That's right. Now it's stupid because they just turned the one event that sounded decent into a joke. Way to go, NFL! You really know how to make this thing fun.
Yeah, no, the spike one was Dexter. It was Dexter Lawrence versus one of the other D tackles. Can't remember who it was. But yeah, Pro Bowl still just, I don't know. Sounds like Fedge had fun.
I'll watch it. I don't know. Like I said, I was shocked with how much, like, you can't throw. Like, if you can't throw a regular ball, it'd be hard pressed to see me have you throw a football. Like, and that's a problem. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of people that can't throw football, even football players. I've seen them do it.
Hi.
But I mean, at least you know how to It still goes.
Yeah.
Is it a non-traditional, or is it a traditional way of throwing the ball? No, Colin, it's not. But it still goes. Like,
yeah.
you understand the premise of it, but like, these guys don't even look how they couldn't throw freaking ping pong. Like, I don't even know how they got through school. Like, they never played beer pong. Like, I don't know. It's so weird. It's freaking weird. 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 I go back to my roots. Weird.
Weird.
I just don't know it. And then you got freaking George Kittle over here quoting dodgeball. and what was it, Terry Crews? I think is the announcer for it. I don't think he even knew what the movie was from.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
How do you not understand what the 5Ds of dodgeball are, Terry?
That's fine. Yeah, that's fair.
Why was Terry Crews involved?
I think it was Terry Crews, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Isn't he the guy on White Chicks singing,
Yes.
making my way downtown,
Yes.
walking?
Why was he involved, Rob? I don't. Because they need people to like make it interesting.
Okay, back to what I was saying. Isn't that Terry Crews?
Yes, it's Terry Crews. Okay,
Okay, then yes, Terry Crews was doing the announcing.
Yes. Yes, there was the Pro Bowl. You heard all the fun news about it. Cool. Jameer Gibbs got an interception and almost got tackled by someone from the bench on the other team.
Move on.
You got an interception?
Jameer Gibbs.
Why was he on defense?
That's what Rob asked me yesterday.
I don't know. Why did a fucking DB try to punt the ball, Jeff? Like, who gives a fuck?
Marlon Humphrey made it in, so there was no trying. He did the thing. Like,
this sport is
next he's gonna be out there taking Justin
Tucker's already
job.
a joke as it is. It's becoming more of a joke every day. Like,
for news in the NFL, I'm trying to think of the stuff. Pete Carroll's Raider is coach now. Chip Kelly's the OC there. Kellen Moore's probably going to take the Saints.
Trade, that's a big one.
Cooper Kupp requested a trade, or has been told that he's going to be traded. Another big one.
Who's that?
Cooper Kupp.
Oh yes, I did see that. That's wild as well.
One that I saw.
I didn't realize he was 32 already, though. I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's.
You gotta remember he played 5 years of college.
Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, I was like, that surprises me too. Now that you said that, so.
Yep.
I saw one online. One of the analysts online was saying that the Rams should trade Stafford.
For?
He didn't say for what. He just said they should trade Stafford.
They need to trade a lot of people to get their fucking money right.
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Is like they were talking about it money wise, but they were also saying like if you're in a situation where you're going to just openly be like we're trading Cooper Kupp, you're obviously not in a situation to be winning right now. So get rid of Stafford, start rebuilding, and start getting it going. Then, like that sort of thing.
I wonder, like, what do they think that they can get for Kupp?
Cooper Kupp hasn't played more than 10 games in like 3 years now.
Yeah,
like that dude's hurt all the time. So I get it. Why would I pay $20 million to a dude who's not on the field half the year?
Well, the thing is, they also said they were going to eat his salary, though, too, Rob.
Well, they have to eat $5 million of it. It's in his deal. Like they have to pay him $5 million. So if they trade him, they have to pay him at least 5 of the 20.
But this is another one that me and Rob were talking about yesterday. It's like at this point, like they're going to have to, like they're going to get lowballed on this.
Yeah,
well, you always are. As soon as you come out and say that you're trading someone, you're getting
the only thing that is never lowballed is the number 1 pick. Otherwise, every player being traded is lowballed. No, I haven't seen a good deal for a player in fucking how long? Like, players don't get traded for anything of value.
You know, now that you say that, it's actually a good question. Like, when was there an actual last?
Here's a washer machine for your fucking player. Like, all right, I guess that's where we're going.
You say washer?
Washer
Machine.
A whoosher.
You never heard of a whoosher machine?
Worcester, Mass.
A Worcester. And now that you said that, now I'm actually kind of interested. I want to see. Oh, this website's not going to help me much either, but let's see here. Trade.
Worcester machine.
Okay, so trade doesn't even come up. Well, that's fun. Closing that one then. Yeah, no. That's. I think that's all of the news right now. I mean, it's Super Bowl time. Like, nothing's really happening. Kellen Moore might be the Saints' new head coach. No one knows because no one wants that fucking job.
Yeah, because they're $47 million billion in debt. So
yeah.
Yeah. The only team whose cap might be worse is the fucking the Rams.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. But that just comes with trading away all your stuff for people and just there's still it happens.
Mm-hmm.
What are you gonna do?
The only thing, and I was gonna say, other than that was it's been great watching Jameis Winston performing interviews at the Super Bowl Media Day. So we need to make that happen every year. If he isn't in the Super Bowl.
Winston's, he's a funny guy, dude.
Oh, wait, did you hear some of the questions he was asking people?
No.
He was like, okay. He's like, hey, so here's the most important question of the day, though. What's your favorite color?
He did not.
Yeah, he asked Chris Jones what his favorite color was, and then he asked Nick Sirianni and Saquon Barkley, hey, I'm going to be a free agent this year. Where should I go?
Did you see there was they always have like a kid reporter there?
Yeah.
A kid reporter asked Pat Mahomes who his favorite ref was since they always help him.
Well, did you hear the same guy, or the same kid, whatever you want to say it, asked Kelsey something about like, what's your favorite time getting a roughing the passer penalty against Patrick Mahomes, and like it's just he wouldn't answer it. At least Mahomes like made a joke out of it and answered it, and and then he followed it up, Colin, by saying something along the lines of which one did you send a Christmas card to?
That's hilarious! Oh my god.
You gotta see it. It's very.
I'm gonna have to look it up after this.
Funny.
Yeah, that's fucking
but like
great.
I said, I think that was the first time in a while where I'm like, okay, Mahomes is a little better. Like he's not, he actually answered it, didn't just be a jerk. And kind of same thing with what's his face, Guillermo asking Tom Brady all those years, all those stupid questions.
Well, so I mean, I will say like against it was the Texans when he did the flop, right? Out of bounds.
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah, after that, and it like everybody lost their fucking minds, was saying like about the flop. Against the Bills, you didn't see him really doing anything like that. So I'm wondering if like it's because it's now like such a big thing after that game that now he's even like, okay, I need to stop doing this. I mean, I'm giving him credit here,
but have you guys seen the memes with the Bills, Josh Allen and Mahomes?
No.
So the thing is that Mahomes, after they lost to the Bills earlier in the year, they literally show him talking to Josh Allen at the end.
Oh yes, I have seen that. Yes, yeah.
And then after then comparing it to how Josh Allen handled it and all this, so it's just like, I think if it is opening his eyes, good for him. Like good for him if that's if it is. I'm not saying it is, but good for him if it is finally.
Dude, someone of his agent has to come out at some point and be like, Pat, listen. Eventually, like, especially, I mean, it's already kind of happening. Like, you're gonna be the enemy. That's what happens when you're really good. 90% of the league hates you, and everyone else fucking loves you. Like, but the enemy still has to fucking get ad deals. So you need to stop being a little bitch.
Well, that's the thing. That's the difference with Tom Brady. Like, Tom Brady was like the enemy, but he was because everyone hated him because he was good. But he also wasn't like a smug.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Yeah. Like, you hated him because he was so good, which is fine.
You just hated him because he won. Like,
correct.
Yeah.
But he wasn't a dick about it, and that's I think where everyone's hating Mahomes and Kelsey. Honestly, I think Kelsey makes it a lot worse.
Yeah.
So Kelsey's getting worse as his fame rises off the field.
Yes.
Correct. I think that's the difference
podcast,
between, like,
the shows, Taylor Swift. Now,
it's in movies.
That's the weird part, though, is like off the field in those things, like in his podcast, I fucking love him. Yeah. But then anything that has to do with football,
we know why that's so, right?
Why?
Because his older brother's there keeping him down.
Yeah, that's probably true.
Realistically,
probably,
though, like he's just it has to have some play some role in it. I believe
you're probably right. Yeah. But yeah, anything that's football related.
Because Jason Kelsey's he's still hilarious.
Yeah.
He's down to earth. He's just like a normal dude. You know what I mean? Like
100%. Yeah.
And his wife's, pretty famous, if you will. I mean, her
Now
podcast.
Sarah
watches. I think were you telling me too that
her podcast is #1 in the world? Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying your wife watches it too. I don't want to say her name.
Yes. Yeah.
Your wife watches it too. So it's just Sarah said she enjoys watching it. I just think it's funny. But. No, that's my thing. Is so you got Kelsey, who's kind of almost as much as a villain, or if not more than Mahomes. But then like when you look back at Tom Brady and his I'm gonna call him his guys. Like so even with Mahomes, you have Tyreek Hill, which there's not many people in the NFL that like Tyreek Hill. It's not because he's good; it's because he's a douchebag off the field and his 47 kids and breaking his kid's arm and all that stuff. Like that's why a lot of people hate Tyreek Hill. And that's kind of his Batman to his Robin. Where let's go back to Tom Brady and his Batman to his Robin. Ron Gronkowski, the dude is just a freaking fool. He was just a freaking goofball
Yeah, it's just-
fool
yeah.
that like people could relate to, especially like back when we were in college. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah. He was an
Like,
offensive lineman that somehow was able to make it at playing tight end. Like
exactly. Like it's just like living the both worlds. You know, the best of both worlds. You know, even when he had Randy Moss never really said anything. Yeah, did he have his stupid celebrations, things like that? But never really said anything. So he was never, you know, villainized. Edelman, you know, never. You know what I mean? Why am I blanking on the other guy there? The other freaking
Welker or Amendola.
Who am I looking for? Amendola?
Well, that's Edelman.
Who's the other slot?
Amendola, Wes Welker. I mean,
Wes Welker, maybe I'm talking about. But anyway,
Yeah.
you know what I
we're
mean?
talking
none of those
offense
guys
or
had
defense,
anything that-
Jeff.
What'd you say?
We talking offense or defense? You
No,
gotta give
offense,
me more.
offense, yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Like, none of these other guys had that, you know. Tom Brady never had a guy that, you know, was villainized as much as Travis Kelce is, though.
Yeah.
There's no one I can think of that was like, yeah, he was a dick, too. You know what I mean? Like, but,
Yeah.
you know.
Aaron Hernandez.
Jesus Christ.
But even that, though, like, Kelsey's been there for, what, 10 years? Aaron Hernandez was there, what, 2 years, maybe? Like,
He was there. 3 years.
I was gonna say it was 3 or 4.
you know what I
Right?
mean? Like, it's
Because
not.
he just
If
signed
you
his
ask a lot of
he
people
just
about the
signed a
Patriots
contract
dynasty,
extension,
I can guarantee you not many of them can name Aaron Hernandez. If you're not like an avid football watcher,
That's fair.
a lot of people can name Travis Kelce.
Oh yeah, a lot of people they only know Aaron Hernandez for the other off the field shit. They have no idea that he even played football or was good.
Correct.
Yeah.
Like no one realizes that he was good unless you're a football fan.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, we're way off topic. I apologize. But
All right, so
I think that's the big difference.
Well, I got two last ones just real quick. Mason Crosby announced his retirement.
Mason Crosby.
Yep, the Packers kicker.
I
Yep.
understand who he is, but that dude hasn't played in forever, has he?
He's played 17 seasons.
Well, I understand. Yes, but when's the last time you suited up for a game?
I can tell you right now.
2012.
Last week.
Oh.
No.
No, seriously, I didn't think he's played in the league the last couple years.
No, he was on it last year.
He was on the Giants. He played 3 games.
Okay, so he came out. Yeah, okay. All right.
Wow.
All right, that's fine. All right. All right, that's all. Sorry.
Yeah, no. So that one, and then
Micah Hyde just announced his
yep,
retirement.
I saw that one too. And then the last,
Really?
Yeah.
and then the last one I saw here, NFL Referees Union calls allegations of bias towards the Chiefs insulting. Yeah, no one cares. Yeah, no one
They
cares.
should be insulted.
Yeah, they should be insulted. All right, so now let's get down to it. Chiefs, Eagles.
Remember,
The Titans.
take the under on the national anthem.
Boom.
Everyone thinks it's going to go long. It never goes long. They rush through it because they're nervous.
That's fair.
I'm nervous.
And always take the over on the God Bless America because that's always somebody that freaking belts out for some unknown reason, or it's a rock guy who decides to do an acoustic solo in the middle.
they gotta get their.
Just random solo. That's what
Well,
we're
like, I think last year it was Chris Stapleton who just threw in a guitar solo in the middle, and it was like, all right.
Yeah, it's like I want to watch football, but at the same time,
It was good.
I dig this.
just didn't know it was coming.
Yeah.
That's my thoughts on the game.
Yeah, no, I mean it's like this is like
It's the same thing as every week. On paper, the Eagles are way better than the Chiefs. The difference is the Eagles can't throw the fucking ball. So, all right, let me phrase it. They can throw it. They can throw the ball deep. That's all they can do. And I promise Spags is not going to let them have time to throw the ball deep.
well, that's what I was gonna say. Like we've been
They're going to blitz them constantly, and the only way the Eagles are going to be able to really score is Saquon breaking out of one of the blitzes because they're going to be aggressive. Saquon's going to hit a massive hole because their O-line is good, and all of a sudden we're going to sit there and go, oh, look at that. Saquon just broke a 79-yard run doing a freaking back juke.
Well, that's the like on paper, I would say the Eagles have the just looking like matchup for matchup. The Eagles have the advantage in a lot of categories.
Yeah,
player-wise.
Yeah,
the only
player
one
wise.
that don't is coaching.
Correct.
All three of them. They don't.
All three of there's.
Yeah.
OC, I'll take
definitely have
Nagy any
like
day. Andy Reid, I'll take any day, and Spags, I'll take any day. I don't know either special teams coordinator, so I'm not going to comment on that.
That's fair.
But like,
who's the Chiefs?
It's not even
Not the Chiefs.
close
The
to
Eagles DC.
coaching.
So what?
I said, who is the
Eagles
defensive
DC is
coordinator?
Vic Fangio.
Oh, it's Fangio.
Vic
Yeah, it's.
Well, which is, it's also, that part concerns me with the Eagles because 2 years ago, or not even like 2 years ago, they played each other twice, and the Chiefs destroyed the Broncos. So they're gonna know how he's gonna try and attack them.
We also got to say that he does have a better defense than he did back.
100%.
Yes.
100%.
Yes.
100%. But I'm
And
saying,
honestly, and that starts up front, dude. Anytime you have a front four that can get the type of pressure that team can get, like that's a big difference. I mean, you know as well as I do. I mean, it starts up front.
but here's the thing, though. This is sorry to interrupt you, but this is where I get worried. Is what have the Chiefs done all year long in their pass game? Do they throw the ball deep?
No.
So if you got a really good pass rush in the front four, what do? You get the ball out of your hands. You honestly want to know what this game reminds me of? It reminds me of the 2014 Super Bowl between the Pats and the Seahawks, because the Seahawks never blitzed. They played straight zone because their front four was so good. And what did the Patriots do? They came out and got the ball out of his hand in less than a second. And in the first half, Tom Brady threw for 200 and something yards because he was just slant to Edelman, whip route, quick out, hitch. Like, that's all it was constantly. So, I mean, I don't think – I think the Eagles have to score. Like, if they don't score, they're effed. They need to score a lot of points in order to really be in this thing. And part of that worries me. I don't think it's a good matchup for them.
Yeah.
Random thing. They have Kari Blasingame is on their practice squad.
Awesome.
I went to go look at their roster because I said I know
Who's practice squad? The
Eagles. Yeah, the Eagles.
Well,
but like
a lot of fullbacks. So
John Dotson, I remembered that they went out and got him. I didn't remember that they have Paris Campbell as well.
It's also going to be funny when Brandon Graham suits up for like 3 plays and then comes out because he's fucking injured.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things. Like on paper, like just looking here, like that's the other thing I was thinking is it's like because it's always the same thing. Anytime you play the Chiefs, who's covering Kelsey, right? And I just wanted to see
they don't play man to man.
Yeah,
the Eagles do not play man to man.
Fair.
They play 9,000 different versions of cover 3 and cover 4.
Yeah.
They don't
the way football's supposed to be played.
That's what Vic Fangio does. He brings pressure and they play cover 3 and cover 4. It might look like man to man when the routes get past 10 yards, but that's because everything's a match coverage. But it is not man to man. They probably play the least man to man in the NFL. Which makes sense when you look at their DBs.
Mm-hmm.
They've been injured in the secondary all freaking season. The only reason their secondary holds up is because their front four is so effing good.
Yeah.
But there was also a thing that said Zach Bond also got injured or didn't practice at all. So
that's highly.
We'll see. And they were saying they're like this.
I'm looking it up now.
They said this becomes a big story if he doesn't practice on Wednesday. So.
That's horrible if that's the case. Jeez.
Yeah, 3 hours ago, Zach Bond's sudden stardom is actually a lesson in patience. That's not what I'm looking for, guy.
We don't care about his stardom.
I don't care.
He's playing this week.
Yeah, that's about right.
Dude, just imagine if all of a sudden the Eagles are now without their 2 starting fucking linebackers.
Yeah, that's.
Because Pat Queen's out for the year, right?
Pat Queen is a Steeler.
Not Pat Queen, the fucking guy from Georgia, Nakobe Dean.
Yeah, Nakobe Dean. Yeah, he's out.
He got hurt in the Redskins one, or Commanders game.
Zach Bond pops off on latest injury report. That was 4 days ago.
Yeah, it was literally yesterday that I read it. Is that they
Yeah.
were just like, yeah,
That's
if he doesn't practice on Wednesday, it's gonna be a big deal.
Let's see here. Wednesday practice full, Thursday practice full, Friday practice. Did not participate. I don't know how they're already announcing all those.
Literally just happened. They were saying it was like.
Well, no, this one's from 18 hours ago. That's what.
So.
Yeah, it's a groin injury. So I mean,
Yeah,
Zach Bond's on it. I mean, Zach Bond's on the injury report. Saquon's on the injury report. Landon Dickinson is on the injury report. Dallas Goedert is on the injury report. Juwan Taylor, Patrick Mahomes, Sky Moore, AJ Brown.
Anyway, yeah, I just this one it's gonna be interesting. It comes down, I truly think this game all comes down to if the Chiefs can stop the Eagles' run game, they win. Sorry, Jalen Hurts isn't beating them with his arm.
How much did he throw for last time?
And what, against the Chiefs or just last game?
No, but this is the thing. He may have thrown for quite a bit because if I remember, they hit a deep shot to they hit a deep shot.
Well, we know that's not true because I don't know if you remember watching the end of that game that Jalen Hurts can't throw.
20. So when they played the when they played the Commanders, he was 20 for 28, 246 yards and a touchdown.
No, but that last Super Bowl, I want to say they did hit a deep shot. It was like a fade that they threw.
Let me see if I can find it.
I also think they hit a screen that went for like 50 yards.
That's more realistic. I would believe that.
Super Bowl against the Chiefs. The last time it was 38-35 Chiefs. Let's see here. He was 27 for 38, 304 yards, 1 touchdown. 70 yards rushing with 3 touchdowns.
Now, to be fair, that team was so different too than what they are now.
Oh, you mean you don't think that they're the same with Kenneth Gainwell, Miles Sanders, and Boston Scott as their tailbacks?
Yes, I love it.
I don't even think they're not even the same with just the receivers too. Like,
I mean, well, Devonta Smith 7 catches for 100, AJ Brown 6 catches for 96, Goddard 6 catches for 60, and then immediately there's no one else after that. It's Gainwell, Zach Pascal, Boston Scott, Quez Watkins, and Miles Sanders.
it's interesting.
But then also the Chiefs team, Juju was a massive contributor, and they just gave the ball to Isaiah Pacheco fucking all the time.
He was also massive against the Bills, so don't rule that one out.
Who's that?
Juju.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, I hate him.
Kadarius Toney had 1 catch for 5 yards on a touchdown in the Super Bowl in that one. Look at him go. I'm going Eagles.
Yeah. It was the swing route.
I'm gonna say I think it's gonna be a defensive game because Spags.
For the facts of actually picking the correct game, I don't want them to, but I am going Chiefs.
Okay. I just think Spags has too much time to figure out what the fucking Eagles offense does, and I think the Eagles defense is just better than the Chiefs offense.
So you think Spags has too much time to figure out what they do? So you're picking them?
No, I said it's a defensive game.
Oh, you want straight defense?
I said it's going to be a defensive game, but I think the Eagles will win. That's what I'm saying.
Interesting.
Okay, I get you now.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah, what I was saying was that Spags has had so much time to figure out the Eagles defense, but I think the Eagles offense, but the Eagles defense is just better than the Chiefs offense. So I'm just going to give.
They are, but I'm also going to tell you Vic Fangio is not better than Andy Reid.
No, 100%. But I just think the players on the field.
That's my issue. This goes down to everyone's doubted the Chiefs all year, and they are definitely not as talented as they have been in the past. But either were some of those Patriots teams, and it comes down to coaching in these situations, especially when you have 2 weeks to prepare, and that's what freaking scares me.
I do think one advantage the Eagles have this time around is that it is a lot of the same players that, if you remember that first time they played in the Super Bowl, they came out of halftime and they played like dog shit right out of halftime. And that's when the Chiefs took all momentum. And we all know the halftime adjustments in the NFL Super Bowl is one of the biggest things because you have fucking 45 minutes rather than the normal
performance.
15.
Yep.
Yeah,
because going in
normal 15. So having an actual plan. Now, do I trust Sirianni if he came up with a plan to fix that stuff? I don't know, but if he did, then that becomes an advantage again. It's like it's hard to pick against people who have won in the big moments in close games, especially as well when they do have the kicker that's made the most postseason field goals of all time. So it's tough to pick against the Chiefs, and I don't want them to, but I'm going to pick the Chiefs.
The Eagles were up 24-14 at half. And then at the end of the third, at the end of
the strip sack happened.
It's at the end of the third. It was then 27-21.
It wasn't even really a strip sack.
And then in the fourth quarter, is when Kansas City went on a run. Fucking Kadarius Toney with 12 minutes, then Sky Moore with 9 minutes. Jalen Hurts scores with 5 minutes left, and then with 8 seconds left, Bucker gets the 27-yard field goal.
Because if I remember, the Eagles were on the verge of blowing them the hell out, and then it was called a strip sack, but that horrendous fucking play by Jalen Hurts happened.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. That was horrible.
All right, so there we go. That is I gotta figure out which fucking button it is now.
I don't know what's gonna be worse: Chiefs winning and having to deal with Chiefs fans, or if the Eagles win and having to deal with the Eagles.
It's 100% the Eagles, but their fans are just dicks, dude. In general,
does that outweigh
the three-peat? We're the best team, we're the best team now ever because we've won 3.
Yes, it still does because their fans are dicks.
I don't know. I'm.
Yeah, but their fans don't rob banks.
That was one guy, dude. Their fans are just absolutely cruel.
Hey, I'm gonna throw a little plug out there. If anyone hasn't watched it, on Amazon Prime, they have a documentary on that guy, and it is top notch because it shows Jeff. Yeah, it's that one guy, but for some reason, there's some fucking nutbags in that fandom that still love this motherfucker. They love him. Like they are in disbelief. They think he was framed. No way. It's like, what are you smoking?
You could say that about any fan base. I mean, there's probably people out there that still love Aaron Hernandez. There's definitely people out there that still love O.J. Simpson. There's people out there that love Ray Lewis still. Marvin Harrison. I mean, you can go and list on list, my man.
The difference is Ray was acquitted.
The difference is that this guy didn't kill anyone, and all the other ones I named did. That's the difference.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson.
First off.
Exactly. There's probably people out there that love Deshaun Watson.
You know what? And there's still people out there that like Justin Tucker, too. It's fucked up.
Hey, that's still new. That's still too new.
There's people out there that still love Bob Kraft. I eat his cheese in my sandwich every day.
Oh my. All right. Rob, final thoughts.
Switch your cheese or
enjoy the
get your
Super
knees
Bowl
busted.
Because it might be another unbearable next few months. Just enjoy it.
Veg.
And that's what it comes down to, guys. You got to enjoy it because, I mean, football's done for a couple until Collins' next league comes in and he starts talking about that. But then we got to wait a couple months till we get some free agent stuff. We get some drafts. Like, enjoy it while it lasts. There's all these people out there saying you're not going to watch the Super Bowl. That's on you, my man. Just freaking watch football.
Yeah, if anything, my wife has a sign. My wife has a sign right in our house that says, "Oh, welcome to the commercial and food show." Oh, and I think there's a game on or something. Like it's just a spectacle, and it's one of the greatest spectacles in all television. It's the Super Bowl,
and that's saying a lot coming from a guy that hates the NFL over there.
Yeah,
it's true. But I mean,
okay,
he
doesn't hate it. He just dislikes it. But still,
you can't deny that it is one of the best. This is one of the best events that's put on by any sport, anything like that. Like, you gotta just have fun and enjoy it.
No matter what, this
And
offseason is...
Kendrick Lamar's performing.
That'll be fun. No matter what, this offseason is going to be miserable for a little bit because either we're going to be hearing three-peat or woo Chiefs or woo Eagles. But there's a bright silver lining, as Fedge said. The UFL starts soon. So, exciting.
Yeah, if you want to watch bad football.
Yeah. Me and Rob will talk about that, and you get to hear me so excited about that, too. So,
I think that one, they don't get paid.
Jesus Christ.
I can understand them sucking.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
as always,
backup right tackle at FAU trying to fucking play.
As always, I thank my co-hosts here for doing this during the season. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. The last NFL one for a little bit. The next NFL one we're gonna do will be the mock draft.
Mock draft.
Yeah, that'll be the next one, I think, right?
I'll show you a mock draft.
I don't know what that means, but I'm intrigued to know what he means by that. So, as always, depending on where you are, morning, after, even night, stay out, stay safe, and we'll talk to y'all later. I'll talk to you guys later. They won't. Okay.
Stay safe, fuckaroos.
Bye.
And go Bills.